Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. So for today, we'll be looking at changing reminders to decimal. Remember in our last class, we talked about division involving reminders. So today we are going to see how to change those reminders to decimals. So let's see what we have. Example, simplify 105 divided by 2. So what I recommend when you are dealing with changing reminders to decimals, you use your long division. I recommend long division here. So let's see what we have. 105. Of course, we have our 2 here. 2 into 1. Of course, I've given the times table here. So 2 into 1, that will give us 2 is bigger than 1. That will be 0. 2 times 0, 0, subtract. That will give us 1 here. And then we bring down our 0. 2 into 10, that will be 5. 2 times 5, that will give us 10. Subtract what do we have? This will give us 0. Then we bring down 5. 2 into 5. 2 into 5. We don't have 5 in 2 times table. So what before 5 is 4. So 2 into 4 will give us 2. 2 times 2, that will give us 4. And then we subtract, that will give us 1. So at this point, we have our final remainder here, and then there's nothing else to bring down. So what do we do at this point? Now, if we are to change, okay, if we are to leave it like this, our answer will be 52, then 52 whole number 1 all over 2. But if we are to put our remainder as a decimal, what we do when we get to the final remainder, we introduce 0, or we introduce 0, yeah, we introduce a 0. That 0 we've introduced means we are going to put a point up here. So you introduce a 0 and then fix a point. Introduce 0, fix a point, and then you continue your division. 2 into 10, that will give us 5. Okay, 83,297 divided by 4. Let's see what we have there. Solution. So we have still on long division, 83294, sorry, 297 divided by 4. 4 into 8, 4 into 8 will give us 2. 4 times 2, that would be 8. Subtract what we have, 0, and then we bring down 3. 4 into 3, 4 is bigger than 3, so that will give us 0. 4 times 0, that would be 0. Subtract what do we have, 3, and then we bring down 2. 4 into 32, that would be 8. That would be 8. 4 times 8, that will give us 32. Subtract, so that will give us 0. We bring down, we bring down 9. 4 into 9, we don't have 9, but what is before 9 is 8. So that will be 2 times 4 times 2, that will give us 8. Subtract, this will give us 1. And then we'll bring down our 7. 4 into 17, we don't have 17, but we have 16 as the number before. So that will give us 4 times 4 will be 16. So what do we do? Subtract. This will give us 1. And that becomes the final remainder. So what do? We attach 0, and then we fix our point here. 4 into 10. Do we have 10 here? No. What is before is 8. So that will give us 2 times 4 times 2. That will give us 8. Subtract 10 minus 8 will give us 2. We are still having another remainder, but because we fixed our point here, we fixed our point already, so we can still bring in zeros. We can still bring in zeros. You don't need to put point again. This the 1 point we are having here can cover for them. So if you keep having remainder, provided you fix your first point, you can be bringing in zero, introducing zeros, and then you continue your division. 4 into 20 will give us 5. 4 times 5 will be 20, and that takes us to the end. So our answer here is 20824.25. That becomes our answer. Okay, so let's take the last one. What do we have here? This is 348,920 divided by 25. So we have 25 times table here. 25 into 3 is bigger than 3, so we have 0. 25 times 0, that will give us 0, subtract 3, and then we bring down 4. 25 into 34, what before 34 is 25, so that will be 1. 25 times 1 will give us 25. We'll take our subtraction. If you subtract, that should give us 9, and then we bring down 8. 25 into 98. 98. What's before is 75. 75. So that will give us how many times? That will be 3 times. 25 times 3 is 75. If we subtract, this will be 23. And then we bring down the next digit, which is 9. So what we have is 239. 239. What's before that is 225. That will give us 9 times. 25 times 9 is 225. Subtract, what do we have? 9 9 minus 5, this will be 4, and this is 1. We bring down 2 here. 25 into 142. 142, what's before that is 125. That will give us 5 times. So 25 times 5 will give us 125. Subtract, what do we have? Borrow from here, this is 3. This is 12 here. This will be 7. 3 here, 1. And then we bring down our 0. Sorry about that. Trying to make a line that makes sense, or you manage it. 25 into 170, what's before that is 150. So that will give us how many times? That will give us 6 times. 25 times 6 will give us 150. 150. Subtract, what do we have? We have, this will give us 20 here. 25 in, okay, that's our difference, sorry. This minus this is 20, so that's our final remainder is 20. Our final remainder is 20. So what do we do here? We have to introduce our 0 and then fix a point. 25 into 200, I think we have 200 here. That will give us 8. 25 times 8 will give us 200. So if we subtract, this will give us 0, 0. And that brings us to the end. So our answer here is 13956.8. Okay, that takes us to the end of changing remainders to decimals in division. Okay, so we have some examples here. 14 questions. Please carefully go through them one after the other and make sure you do them well. Change the remainders to decimals using long division. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please do well to like, subscribe, and share to others. See you in our next class.